When we are preparing to do a migration, there's a few preparation steps we need to take care of, and these are done in the database. So I'm using an admin client Valency in the studio, which is installed and pinned to the taskbar here. What you need to do is go to the target schema. So the task will tell you where the target schema is. Generally, it'll be on OTE. Let's go there. And then find your target schema name. In this case, I'm doing IKAC today. We'll go there. And then we need to locate the metadata table. So looking through the lists of database tables, here's the metadata table, and we double click to open. The first property we need to add is the S3 attachment storage. So generally this property wouldn't exist, in which case you need to add a new row. And then you just enter the key, which is S3 underscore attachment underscore storage, and then you set the value to true. And that means that when we do the migration, the attachments are all going to go to AWS S3 instead of in the database. The second property we need to set is the enable email. Let's sort. That exists as well. If it doesn't exist, again, you can add a new row. Otherwise, just check enable underscore email underscore enabled. It should be set to false. If it's set to true, then change it by just double clicking and typing the word false. And this is a very important property because this is the one that prevents the emails from going out. So hopefully we'll have the hold email working, in which case the emails will be held anyway, but we're just going to also do this property just for added safety. That's it for the metadata table. The final preparation step is that we need to check that the migration toolkit user exists in the schema. So for that, we need to go to the person table. We go back to the list of tables and find the person table. Double click to open. Migration toolkit user does not exist in the schema, so we're going to add by clicking this plus icon to add a new row. Okay, next val is fine, it will get the next ID itself. And now we need to add the migration toolkit user. So first name, last name doesn't really matter. The important bit is the user ID and email. These have to be an exact match with the migration toolkit user. So to be sure, I'm going to copy it from another schema. This is the test Chem 6 schema that I know works. And I'm just going to paste it in. This one. I think none of these fields are mandatory. Locale we need to set to 1. Login required, we need to set to true. You can do that just by double clicking. The rest of these items do not need to be set. Super user, let's set that just in case. I don't think it's that necessary though. We are using a super user account, so just to be sure. And initial password change, let's turn that on so we don't get prompted. Alright, that should be added now. Yep, it's got the next ID 12. So now in the next stage I'm going to move on to configuring the Viking schema, just to make sure the hierarchy types, modules, forms and fields are correct and available. So let's move on.